Hi, I'm Lynn Henwood, Head of Schools for the Bronxville FlexSchool here in beautiful Westchester County. And today is an unusual day because it's the first day of our remote learning due to the coronavirus outbreak. So our students will be home today, and we have a really top-notch online platform that our teachers will be working remotely with our students on today from their homes. So let's take a walk inside, although it is very quiet here today. Normally our lounge is bustling with activity as the spot that our students socialize, say hello, share stories, and get really excited about the day ahead. Right now it is definitely unusually quiet as students are home getting ready to fire up their computers and participate in our really exciting online remote platform. This is the office of the head of schools, also a place where students like to come and chat, tell me about their day, have a few minutes of a break, or have an opportunity to kind of talk about what's on their mind. All right, this is our good morning room where everybody is meeting to say good morning. Can everybody say good morning?
Good morning, Vietnam.
Have a great day. Let's take a walk around the school and see what's happening today. This is our schedule for today. As you can see, it's very high-tech, sticky notes, but the kids really enjoy it and it really helps with their executive functioning. They have their entire schedules up here, and then every morning they come and check to see what they have for the day. And this is a board where a student just decided he wanted to be creative and make a poem for all to see, and it's actually really incredible. We have our own constitution, and we're working on community agreements as well to make sure that we are working together as a very positively functioning community. This is where some of our games and math supplies are. I'm walking down the hall. So now we're coming into the math room, and we have our math teacher, Sirkan, here. Do you want to introduce yourself, Sirkan?
Hi, yes, I am the math teacher at FlexSchool, and I teach middle school math, algebra 1 and 2, as well as statistics here.
And the best part about our math program is that it's self-paced, so there can be a lot of different students in the same class that are going at their own pace. Some need to be accelerated at certain points, and others need to slow down at certain points, and Sirkan's able to differentiate for everybody's needs. So awesome, thank you. Just to show you a little bit around the math room, this is also our lunchroom. So when we're not having math in here during lunchtime, we are actually all having community lunch in this space. So it's actually, we're really big on building community. So, all right, thanks, Sirkan.
All right. Okay, great. Excellent.
Next, we have our little kitchenette, which has our water cooler, and it's also a place where kids can sit and have lunch together or have some chats or do breakout rooms from their classroom and work on projects or have a little downtime when necessary. Our restroom. And now I'd like to take you to our media production room, which is a pretty cool place. We have a full cart so that if there is remote learning that needs to be done, it can be done through this cart with a camera and speakers. This is where we produce media at the end of the day. All of our students take media production, where they get to work on a passion project. We work on developing talents at this time. We let them use their creativity in any way they want, as long as at the end of the course they have produced something. We have a state-of-the-art Mac with all of the really cool media applications. So this is a room where a lot of creativity occurs, and it's a no judgment zone. One of the things we really work on here at FlexSchool is helping foster a growth mindset where students are comfortable taking positive risks in an environment where they know they'll be accepted. We really want them to feel comfortable failing, because when students are willing to take a risk and fail, that means that they are actually growing.
But I'm going to go on mute to give you guys the floor.
All right, this is a pretend game Andrew and I have been doing for a really long time. It is called, well, the Sky Trilogy, we call it, but 22 is the year it takes place in.
A lot of our students come in with a fixed mindset where they're a little bit nervous about trying something because in the past they may have been met with judgment from other peers and sometimes adults who don't really understand them. So here we really try to foster that risk-taking spirit, because after all, these students will most likely, if their talents are harnessed in a positive way, they might be the game changers that are going to actually make a huge difference in the world. So they need to be ready to take risks and potentially fail many times before success is achieved. We want to get them comfortable with that. So as you can see, I'm bringing you into our STEAM room, which is science, technology, engineering. We do add the A for art and mathematics. One thing we're looking at now is our Modeling Mars STEAM project, where they are choosing different supplies. They have a topographic map of Mars and they're recreating it. So in this room, there are a lot of different things that kids can tinker with. Here they're allowed to just explore their creativity. We have lots of different supplies. A lot of them have made a series of paintings. We have our little 3D printer kit.
Yeah, okay, it's Teddy's gonna do a screen share. He's been working on a 3D model. Go ahead, Teddy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called Blender. It's rather hard to learn, but if you're good at it, you can make a lot of cool stuff.
No, I've used it before.
Oh, cool.
Now I'm going to take you into our library. So this is an area with lots and lots of books. Our students, most of them, love to dive into a good book and get lost in it. And they have a little nook here that they can cuddle up and read. We also have sensory items like this big canoe, where if somebody is really feeling like they need to just snuggle in a canoe, we can take this down and let them lie in it and re-regulate. This room is our quiet study room, in which kids can come in and sit on a beanbag or have some quiet time working on independent projects, or when we have breakout groups, they can come in and have some time to work as a group collaboratively. And in our quiet study room today is our Director of Technology, Susan Hemingway. Would you like to say hello?
Hello, everyone.
So Susan's role is to make sure we are all running smoothly, and it's more important than ever now that we're going all remote. And this is our first day, and we are all ready to go thanks to Susan's hard work.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susan. Okay, this is some of our artwork that our very talented students have produced, and we like to display and celebrate all of their efforts. Now we're coming into our social studies and English room. So there's a lot going on in here. We have our middle school social studies group together, and we are able to differentiate for the different levels and interests in that middle school group. We cover a lot of different areas in social studies, and it really is, we do match the curriculum to the interests of the students, while at the same time recognizing the New York State standards, and we make sure that we cover them all, but we can cover them at our pace and in our way. And this is just some of our paintings that our students have created that decorate our classrooms. And as you can see, we do have flexible seating. So we have somebody who prefers to sit in the corner here in a comfy chair, somebody else who he set up his own little area for learning just the way he wants to learn. And we are okay with that here.
Johnny and Two-Bit and I will get Derry on our side since Johnny and I are so small and Derry's the best player.
Next, I will take you to our creative writing room, and this is also the room where our social worker works. Our social worker does some creative writing, which is also a therapeutic type of writing, and the kids really love this class. I would say this is one of the fan favorites. Many of our kids are reluctant writers, and here our social worker Stephanie makes this a safe place in which kids can be comfortable beginning to write, or kids who are really advanced in writing can further their writing in a no risk situation. So as you can see, we are very big again on the growth mindset. Stephanie also has some creative ways that she lets kids express their feelings and builds communities through visual representation. For example, all of the students chose a different color yarn, and then they intertwined their yarn together around all the different statements that they agree with. And that way they can visually see how a community can be represented and how we have commonalities, and all of our different colors represent our different unique personalities.
Me too. Look at Lynn.
Now let's take a look at our science room, where our science teacher holds labs and other exciting scientific exploration. We are an inquiry-based and standard-based science program. We have a whole table here full of lab equipment, although they're working on something interesting here with, I believe it's food science. Many of the equipment is home with our science teacher today, who is conducting science virtually, which is going to be a very interesting experiment. Hopefully parents' kitchens are not going to end up being disaster zones.
You have to do chemical tests to really figure that out, okay? So just look at it. So you have two types of matter. You have mixtures here, and then you have pure substance.
I hope you've enjoyed this virtual tour of FlexSchool Bronxville. If FlexSchool seems like the kind of place in which your child would feel at home and be able to grow and thrive, please email me to set up an informational phone call. I look forward to speaking with you soon about your child's unique strengths, talents, and interests.